All right. Looks like we are live. What's up, everybody? No co-host yet. All right. Happy Halloween. We got a couple guys still out with their kids trick-or-treating. I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of people hopping in here. I sent the link out to several. Let's just make 26 days, 26 days from the next event. It's a good chance to answer a bunch of questions in the chat. Anything exciting we got going on? What up, Mark? I was actually just talking about you for a potential Puerto Rico matchup. Get with me, confirm if you are going, because we are making the matchups in the morning. What's up, Carolyn? Loved your Halloween getup. Super savage. I'm gonna have to learn some gardening tips from you. I just got some chickens and I'm starting to put some vegetables in, but you look like you have an entire farm at your property. Mark, you are in. All right, let me add you right now. To the list. Do you know any of the guys out there in Puerto Rico by any chance, Mark? Let's see. There are a lot of guys out there that are pretty good. I just don't know every one of them. Manolo's in the chat. Manolo, Mark Minch has confirmed he is coming to Puerto Rico and he is ready for a matchup. So I need you to tell me who would be the good guy to poll him. Mark, I will shoot you the link. Come in here and rescue me on this lonely show. I'm much better with a co-host. I got to have somebody to make fun of to truly get it across. Brandon, thanks for this. Yeah, I got 2 roosters, 2 hens. I was told it was 3 hens and 1 rooster, but I'm sure you know chicken deals seem to change on the fly. So Darth Top Roll. God, I hope this is Mark. Okay. Is this a mystery? We got a mystery guest in here right now. The Darth Top Roll. I love it. Let's see. My phone's getting invaded by my daughter sending full-size ice cream or full-size candy bars. All right, what was this? How you doing, Darth Top Roll? All right. I love the colors in there. Looks like you're at a Flo Arm tournament. I think we need to do all red lighting like Arm Gods does at the tournaments. Man, that's a good look.
I agree. You gotta do that, boy.
I'm slightly creeped out right now, but I'll proceed. Nightmare Dan, hop on the show if you can. Dan's always practicing. Every time I go live, this dude is practicing. Yeah, everybody, you're welcome to hop in. Carolyn, you should join us on a show. Let me send her the link. You know, she probably actually I see her on 98 all the time. We might not be cool enough to hop on this show. Has Carolyn ever made a guest appearance, Darth Top Roll?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it's the first time for everything I've learned. Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Good, super heavy. Well, It, his heart says 198, but his scale tends to say 242, Manolo. So my dog Mark is on his way to 220. I believe he's sitting around 230 pounds right now, 235. Where you at right now, Mark? What's your weight? Nah, he don't even know how to work a computer, man. Don't get him a Mac.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone. I weighed in this morning at 239.
Okay, 239. That's a good weight for you though, because last time I mean you look slim when I see you, bro. You look like when you see a guy's not losing weight, but he's getting in shape.
Right.
That's like it's suddenly his upper's bigger, but he's smaller, and like, you actually look like you're getting in good shape. So 10
Yeah,
more you.
I've been gearing up for. A lot of people are telling me that, so something's working. I thought I plateaued for a while.
Well,
So I kind of just did a couple things to kind of reshock my body, change my diet a little bit, and
I
now
remember
it's
you being
starting to
fatter.
work. Yeah. My heaviest, I was 265 was my heaviest, and then when I started coming around, I was about like 254, like on the lighter end of the super heavies, which was killing me. So,
Not
but the
only do you
goal
have
is
a full
220.
chance, but you have to give up 50 pounds.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I have enough to slow them down, but then that's it. So, I figure at 220 I can be competitive. So
I feel like there's three phases of size of a person, right? Like what we're talking about. 265 is a particular size person. 240 is not the same size human. And once
right.
you're below 220, you are not the same as a 240 guy.
Correct.
So,
but I figure since my frame has filled out to that, you know what I mean? It's okay. I can still bang with them, but it's just, it's just really tolling. I gotta try different methods. So
yeah, so you in 220s is going to be really aggressive. Imagine you, Goose, what's the kid, Grayson. Guys,
yeah.
this would be very competitive. What's up,
Agreed.
Steve?
What's up, guys?
I'm trying to be like you and grow my beard out, kid.
Hey, you got a long way to go, my friend.
This fucking guy. Come on, kid. Listen, let me show you something. I'm touching the ceiling right now, kid. Okay. So don't doubt me.
Super simple. In a single bite, right?
How was the Halloween party?
That was awesome, man.
Hey, this is a single wide. Is this single wide? I think I'm actually, I take that back. I'm in a double wide right now. I got a single wide. This is a double wide I'm in right now. Oh, good one. Hey, very good. Good low blow, kid. You're training well. One time I told Chance, I messaged him. I said, man, that was savage as fuck. He said, just what you showed me. I said, what'd I show you? He said, foot on the throat, never let up. I said, my man. So, yeah, man, it looked, I've honestly kind of held off on, I had my daughter. So it was kind of, I wasn't going to bring her and do all that. We did our thing. But when I seen the pictures, damn, I wanted to be there. That was a legit like costume party, arm wrestling event.
Well, we got lucky. We got a good turnout. Probably like 20 people showed up at least. They brought some of their family with them. Everybody really showed up who said they will come, and everybody wore costumes. So it was awesome, man. We arm wrestled probably for like 2-3 hours. We had live DJ, everything, man. It was awesome.
Did anybody show up dressed as another arm wrestler?
Only Mr. John Hutchison.
Okay, who was he dressed as?
Probably himself.
Okay, but this is a great subject. If you were to dress as an arm wrestler, who is the easiest to dress? Chance is the easiest, right? You just put glasses, a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, short shorts.
Okay, but like, who else would you dress as?
Well, you can do a lot. Like Devin Laird, you get the green hooded.
Okay, and you walk
homeless, yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Artem, you got to wear some Adidas track pants. And,
God, and
get the latest Air Maxes.
Put a ping pong ball in your mouth. I'm telling you, yeah. That's awesome. Artem is very, very, very like typical Russian guy. Like you put this is Artem's get up. The Adidas suit, you got to have the bracelet,
Yep.
Okay, the eagle ring. What does he wear? Does he wear a necklace nowadays?
I have no, I don't think so. I haven't seen that in any of his
He
his
always
workout
has
videos yet.
either the Reebok or Adidas shoes on. Always, it's like the
Or the Air Maxes. He's got
yeah,
to have the
he
latest and greatest Air Maxes. Yeah.
I don't have enough shoes to dress up like him. You're right.
None of us have.
Who else, man? There's got to be.
I've got a decent Jordan collection. I don't have an Air Max
I
collection.
feel like this is like the one moment you get to like, because when you roast someone, you're doing it out of love, but you're really exploiting like their weaknesses, right? Like Donald Trump's hair is his kryptonite, and all they do is roast his hair the whole time. It's like
all day. Yep. Yeah.
So this
and
is
now
your moment where
his
you
skin
get like,
complexion
so,
too.
I'm trying to think of someone else.
You could do Levon as a big like giant ape. That's pretty close.
It's a gorilla costume with a fucking table shirt.
With like a little kid's arm wrestling table being dragged behind him or something.
I feel like everybody that's from St. Augustine could just dress up as each other. Like Daniel Worley and Trent are the same human, just 40 pounds apart. Right? Like Trent shows up dressed up as Daniel Worley on a daily. All them guys look the same. If I see that you've got like a lifted truck, tribal tattoos, like there's a look from Palatka, and I can just tell when you're from there. John Theron actually reminds me like he would be from Palatka. That's why I say he's like a perfect Floridian.
Well, too bad he's from Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's got to be some other. Who do we have here that's like, because it's hard to dress up as a person. Most people don't have a signature look.
One
Carl,
time,
you can put on anything Superman.
Okay, you're right. Carl will faithfully have that. Hey, you know what? You got to respect someone that's really dedicated to the stick, right? Like there were wrestlers, like Macho Man. They said the day Macho Man first talked like that, he never talked normal again. It was always, brother. Oh yeah,
right.
He never broke character.
Right, he became the character.
Yeah, I feel like Carl Stanley like goes to sleep in a Superman shirt, like wakes
He's
up.
got Superman sheets, he does.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah,
he lives the gimmick, and anybody that's living it that much, I respect. Right? Like, who else is there? Yeah, Chance might be our most sick. Chance is the guy from Rocco's Modern Life. His homeboy, the turtle guy that had the big shirt on. It was like I've seen them. You've seen the cartoon they would share. It's like just a big Hawaiian shirt and the glasses. But he's probably our most signature look. And the funny thing is this, isn't it awesome? Like if somebody comes here and you see a guy with these like glasses and Hawaiian shirt, he's scared as fuck. Right? Like normally that's like the someone's talking. No, dude, they're shaking in their boots when they see him come up like that.
Right. But that's also him too, though. That's Chance. That's Chance.
Paul Italian, bro. You gotta have a cowboy hat, the big stogie.
Yeah. Cowboy hat.
The Jersey Shore, and you got it.
A New Yorker with a cowboy hat. That right there alone is a costume.
Yeah.
You got.
I grew up in New York. There wasn't many New Yorkers wearing cowboy hats, at least not in the city.
Well, I have a theory about Paul, and I got to ask him. But I feel like because his first event was in Texas, I think they did. He did something down there in Texas,
right?
And I think that he just
adapted.
His first event was the 4-way in Oklahoma.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
he had that cowboy. Listen, it worked for him, and it does work for him. If I showed up in a cowboy hat, it wouldn't be okay, right?
I don't know. Let's find out, Brandon. You need me to bring you one?
I do. I need a special one, like a badass black Flo Arm one. So at least it doesn't look like some fucking hillbilly.
Black hat with the red piping on it and all that. The velvet. I got you, man. I got you.
I'm not gonna lie. That's some shit my little brother would wear, and I clown him. My brother will come right out in the fedora, ready to go to dinner, and I'm like, "Who are you, bro? Like, you're from Dean Road in Orlando." We don't wear that, but he's the stylish guy like that. So, who else, man? There's got to be some real signature looks. I know when we hang up, I'll be thinking about some.
You got Adam Orinsky in the khaki pants and the polo shirt.
Adam Warzinski.
Yeah.
I don't think
He's always the button-up shirt and the glasses and the khakis.
unless you have the Hulk hands and arms with that suit, I wouldn't know it's Adam Wierzinski. Like if you put some mutated arms on a guy in a polo, I would then know we're talking about Adam. But if my
There you
skinny
go.
puts that
There's
on,
your
that's not much
costume
of
right
a
there.
Yeah,
Big old
right.
jacked up Hulk arms and a button-up. That was East versus West champion.
John says George Whitfield naturally dresses like Lincoln Hawk from Over the Top.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I do feel like that's true. You
That's
can
true.
dress up as the Whisperer.
Hey, if someone gets red hair, man, they could be Ryan Bowen.
If anyone has red hair, they're never coming to my tournaments. I just want to put that out there. Any gingers, stay home. Okay. I don't need that evil at my tournaments.
Darth
Or a hat.
Topol.
Is that what
You could be Ryan Bowen
it's
Jr.
the opportunity to be Ryan Bowen? You have the beard, bro. Come on, you need to grow out the Ryan Bowen with the fucking big sideburns.
Yep,
The 70s porn star Bowen. That is the ultimate version.
that's it. Yep. Yep.
I always thought
you just need freckles.
version.
You need freckles all up and down your arms too.
Let him go in the sun for an hour.
Yeah,
Come on, they'll be there. I feel like the best. Like I always talk about the Michael Todd. For me, he changed when he had like the nice hair and the smooth face, and like he had the little beard, maybe like this. He was smoking everybody.
Yeah.
Once he grew that long beard,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I get that he has some injuries, so it correlates with that. But in my mind, like like they always talk about Uberine, right? The Uberine Michael Todd is the one with like the shaved face, the fucking like he was like all looking.
I agree. I've never met Michael Todd, so I don't, I've heard stories about him. I don't know how true they are or whatever.
He loves
his style.
He's the nicest human in the world. That's all.
He seems like he's a great dude. I'm not a fan of his style, right?
Whoa. Hey,
but
if you hate on the Kings move, you'll never come back on this show.
No, I'm not hating on it. I'm just not a fan of it, right? I'm not hating it. I'm not a fan of it.
Okay.
But I would have to agree too. When that beard started growing, it's almost like the opposite Samson effect.
Well, all the growth
that hair isn't
going
his
into
power.
the beard.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't doesn't suit him.
You know when you have a plant, you trim the old leaves so that all the new nutrients go somewhere else.
Right.
All the nutrients are going to that long ass beard. So like, come on.
Right. And now the thing is, it's part of his brand. So even he said it, like he can't shave it because it's, he's got his endorsements, he's got whatever.
In all
it's
fairness,
part of
his pineal gland is
Well,
like
Rebecca
the
won't let him
size
shave
of
it
a
either,
fucking baseball by this time. He's
Right.
probably so in touch. Like I'm telling you, that beard. When I see people, I envision two different versions. Like for me, Devin Larratt. If you said like the supreme Devin, he's bald headed, fucking head's huge. Like I respect it. Devin 99% of the time has this crazy hair and he's barefoot and like he's this wild man. But for me, it's like the super soldier is Devin Larratt. Costume I'm putting for Devin Larratt's the super soldier, right? Like that's how I think. But you are right. The other look is more iconic.
Right.
No, listen, drop lower.
Yeah.
Drop lower.
Take your face out of there.
Up your head. That's the whole look right there. That's it.
I got you.
Artem was you ever see the shirts that got like a little cat poking out of it?
Which one?
It's like something where it's like poking out of the pocket. Artem had a shirt where he put like Michael Todd, like just an arm poking up out of the pocket, like hanging up like
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good shit, man. I definitely think Esteban, they missed an opportunity to dress up as someone at your party. I'm coming in the big sideburns, full Bowen. Like that's what I'm saying. If you fucking go to pull Ryan Bowen and he's just got the big bushy sideburns, go home. Go home. He beat Alan Guerra with those. He beat when he shows up with the big sideburns, it's on.
Oh yeah.
But that's like
Todd. If you show up dressed as Ryan Bowen, do you have to wear the King of Florida belt? Since technically he's the King of Florida.
Hey.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Pleading the fifth on that one.
That one's a sore spot because I don't think he could beat him, and I don't think he could even beat him that day. But the fucking reality is he beat him. I don't know, how, bro.
And I hate Bowen. I'll just throw that out there. I am not a Ryan Bowen fan. That was just a fun shot.
This is the thing: is online, I fucking hate him, bro. In person, he's a cool.
He's
dude.
a cool dude.
He's a cool fucking guy, bro. He shows up.
Yeah.
Picked him up from the airport. I did, just because I'm a nice guy. Swerved, drove a bunch, real crazy, scared the shit out of him. Took him to where he was staying. He came out, bought 300 beers for a party he was going to pull chance, and then came out and kicked it off. So, maintained a good level of respect. Most people, when they come out, they have some level of douchebaggery. That guy at that FAL event that was going nuts, like that guy can never come back to Fort, right? But Ryan Bowen, the way he was, bro, I will give him props. He's a cool fucking dude.
No, he really is. After that event, a bunch of us went out to dinner.
You were there?
Yeah. Ryan, Sarah, a bunch of us went, and we were yucking it up for a while, man. He was telling stories about when he was in the service and his career and up on that. Like he's a real down to earth guy. But yeah, the online Ryan Bowen, I could see why he would rub people the wrong way.
Dude, I love those delusional Ryan Bowen videos.
Oh yeah, yeah. And even through his delusion, a lot of it, there is a little bit of truth. You just have to find it. You know what I mean? You have to be like, all right.
Well, yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory.
Right. So.
Like there's I could beat him if he was really tired and he had an injury the previous day and I was fresh and
Bill Sink had a 2-minute war with him previously.
Right.
But you're saying there's a chance, right?
Right.
Yeah, after the 2-minute war with Chad Silvers.
Right.
Nah, fuck Chad Silvers ain't worth shit after 30 seconds. It's the 2-minute war with Bill Sinks. That'll do. You have a 2-minute war with Chad Silvers, you won the fucking war.
Yeah.
You've won it, you've had a minute rest. Chad is a great arm wrestler, but I think he's kind of a hit arm wrestler. Him and Bill Sinks was the direct setup for me to beat Chad next.
Yeah, actually, Chad was a favorite for the 198 just because of how he pulled. They said he would have hit so fast, no one would have been able to stop him.
It would have been him and Touye, and then he would have steamrolled Touye. And
dude, Craig caught people, turned him into a hook, and then blew through him. I didn't get to watch all of it live. I figured he just flashed everyone, but nah, he dominated that class.
I have a theory that Chad can't beat Adam anymore, and that's why they don't compete against each other.
He just doesn't want it on the record. He wants the last win.
Well, no, I just think that they know the results, so they just enter different classes now. And that's just me speculating that Adam can beat Chad now. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's which is fucking crazy because Chad is like the Mount Everest. I mean, Chad Silvers and look, Chad's so good. Chad Silvers and Toddzilla are the Mount Everest. Chad's so good that the tournament I beat him at and knocked him out of it with the Atlantic City WAL, Toddzilla wins. He fucking beats Toddzilla at the next one a month later to win the whole thing. So, I mean, he's that dude, right? I just caught him tired. But Chad, I mean, like he could probably be every super heavy except the top 10. I don't think Chad Silvers and Toddzilla are that far apart. See, the difference is I think Todd can get much bigger than Chad. Chad at 198 is probably completely maxed out. Todd is like 230, 240 maxed out. But when they were both 195 and we all pulled WAL, it was razor close on the right hand. And Chad was actually the winner on the left. Or he would be, he would typically be there on the left. So I have a theory that Adam has eclipsed him, but there's no proof behind that.
It'd be fun to watch, though.
They were both at Arizona State. I don't remember. I think they were on the different side of the bracket, though.
I would pay to see that dog fight.
Just that'd be a match. Yeah, that'd be a good match, though. Still.
Yeah, Toddzilla said he had to move to Michigan just to figure out how to beat, or I'm sorry, he moved to South Carolina just to figure out how to beat Cobra Rhodes.
Who said that?
Toddzilla.
Wow.
He said for years and years and years, he would try to go to the Michigan States. I think I froze up. And he would lose Michigan States to Toddzilla every single time. I mean, not to Toddzilla, to Cobra every time. And the only dude that could beat Cobra was Chad Silvers. And he eventually moved down with Chad. And then he eventually moved to with John Brezink to take on John Brezink's training and all that.
Right.
So,
wow.
That's how fucking hard guys are.
Just goes to show, yeah. Just goes to
The
show
levels in arm.
what people are.
Chad,
are
I bet you Chad looked 100% stronger than Robbie Russell. And those were number 1 and 2 in the round robin. Like, it's kind of amazing how crazy the level between each other will be.
Right. You would think that they're far apart, but when you
no, you would think they're close. You would think
well,
1
that's
and
what I'm
2
saying.
are,
When you break them down, when you really break them down, they're not far apart at all. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a the levels to arm wrestling is a real thing. Like when you sit here, it might take. I mean, who's the guy to beat for me right now? Who's the 176 guy? Corey Miller or Jeff Hale? It seems like I can give them a good match. Like that's what I think in my heart. I think a lot of people might think on one of my good days I could, but we easily might get there, and it's 8 more years till I give them a good run. Like you easily have a match and you see suddenly, holy shit! Like I'm 10 levels below the guy.
Right. Right.
It doesn't.
When's the last time? Well, for you, like when's the last time you were competitive? I mean, you're competitive, but when's the last time you stayed at 176 for a long time, and that's where you were at, right? Because you were up and down for a while, right?
No, I haven't pulled 170. I owe 176 for. Damn, I'm ashamed of that. It's probably 10 years, dude.
That's what really has it been that long?
Well, WAL came to town in 2014, and I competed at 195s, 198s immediately when they were here.
Right.
So I beat Chad in October of 2014, and I was already at 198.
Wow, you were at when you pulled Max that time. You were at 198?
Yeah.
Max wasn't at 198 then, though.
Yeah, we both were.
Really?
It was the first time we ever really got that heavy. We were probably about 205.
Wow. Yeah, I remember pulling with Max, but I know he was trying to get to that weight, and it wasn't easy for him either.
That match cost us both like 3 years of our life.
Yeah, because Max was trying hard to get to that weight. It wasn't easy for him to even get to that weight.
The crazy thing about that match, dude, is when he showed up twice as strong as me. Like legit twice as strong as me.
Wow.
Dude, I mean, I won that by simply breaking him down. You know,
yeah, you did. Yeah, you frustrated the hell out of him. That's for sure.
But dude, there was a moment we showed up, and I showed up this mark. I'm real shit, the strongest I had ever been in my life. And he shows up and just puts me in a hook and whoom, just buries me. Wow. I'm like, holy shit. I got nothing for this guy.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the first time we practice pulled at Brian's. I don't remember you being, well, I mean, that was years ago too, so I don't remember. Plus, I was a lot bigger then too. I don't remember you being anywhere near 200. At least you didn't, it wasn't like your best looking 200. Because you were at 200 at one point where you looked like, all right, you know what I mean? You were definitely in shape. I think that one time though, you were just coming back, like you were on a hiatus for a little bit.
Yeah, well, the problem for me, bro, is I've been so saucy in the past that my weight was just up and down, up and down.
Yeah,
I've been as high as 240.
I can't picture you at 240.
Well, I was at
but a healthy I mean, that wasn't a healthy 240. Were you were you at your strongest? Would you say that'd be your strongest?
So it was, yeah, but because I was so big, I had bicep tendonitis horribly.
Gotcha.
so I wasn't my strongest, but I did good. I think I beat Chuck Westbury that day. I pulled supers. I took second to Taylor Dykes. So I was there, but no, I wouldn't say it's my healthiest. It was
Right. Where were you weighing at that time that Chance and Ryan pulled? You pulled Taylor Dyke that day too, right? Oh, we lost him. Oh, there he is. That time that Ryan pulled Chance, you pulled Taylor Dyke that day too, didn't you?
yeah, I was only about 210, 215 that day.
Okay.
I just had this brief period in like 2019 where I went from 200 to 240.
Gotcha.
I don't know why. Like, I guess I was comfortable. Trust me, the recipe was the same for 10 years. It's just one year that was hidden. Okay. But
yo, but 240, I mean, like, I know when my knee hurts, my back hurts, I'm like, yeah, I know the scale is tipping the other way. You know what I mean? Like 240 on your frame must have hurt.
I was lighter than Esteban. What do you weigh, Esteban?
Right now, probably like between 155 to 160.
I pulled UAL and pulled and made 163. And the fucking class was crazy. It was like Craig Sanders, fucking Katowski, a million dudes. There's like 39 guys in that particular class, but I made 163 at UAL. So you're just talking about like irresponsible yo-yoing up and down.
Yeah, 160 to 240. I mean, granted, it's over a span. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to carry.
Yeah. The truth is I'm right now I'm holding like 185, 180-ish perfectly.
Yep.
And it's the absolute easiest thing in the world, right? Like I'm not having to eat a bunch. I'm not having to do anything extra.
Right.
So when I look at the reward versus the effort, I love pulling at 98 and I love pulling heavy, but I don't think that it pays off because you're like eating nonstop. There's so much into it that if you lose, it's no fun.
Right.
Like if Steve beats me tomorrow, I'm actually happy for him. I'm not even pissed that I lost because I didn't lift no weights. I didn't do shit. So it's almost like it's more of a hobby for me at a lighter weight, if that makes sense.
Yep. Because you ain't got to worry about doing a drastic cut.
Yeah.
Crap the day of a tournament. You know what I mean? Trying to rehydrate and all that.
Exactly.
Well, let's be honest too, right? The guy that's super gassed up, he's really mad that he lost.
Oh, of course.
Right? Like that dude he's very pissed about it. So I think that it's I just think 76 is super easy. Now in my mind, I fucking destroy the whole class, but then at practice, I'm really struggling with George right now. So
right.
I'm doing like this, right? Like some days I'm Dustin Hyatt. The next day I'm like, I didn't beat George. So, but in my mind, I think George beats Dustin Hyatt. So
probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think the way George is looking right now, yeah, I think he beat them.
He pulls on practices like 220 guys, 240 guys, sometimes beat them on practices, man. So yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, George he's a freak. Like he looks strong, but he's stronger than he looks for sure. So that makes it even crazier.
I mean, the hater in me or the competitor in me almost hopes he doesn't get any stronger.
Right. Like
if he does. Yeah, I mean, if he does, how do we beat him?
Right. Correct. You're right. He'd have to go up in class.
That's what
I think even then it still would be a problem. He definitely would be a problem in any class.
Well, he's on the right path for greatness. He's training with me. And I'll tell you how that worked out for Chance Shaw and Artem. It's looking like it's going to work that way for George is probably going to be, I don't know. There's two ways. George either does this. I hope he's listening. He either stays local and becomes like some local legend like Jeremy Pappy, which, I mean, not to be rude, but it's not worth much. right? Like you should just enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Too
guys
much
in your-
potential to do
yeah,
that,
there's a
man.
million hometown heroes, and that guy
Okay.
never went out and proved himself. The reality is if you're at that level, you got to go seek out the guys.
That would be a
Um,
wonderful challenge, man.
if George does travel, oh man, it's on. It's on, dude.
He's going to Puerto
Oh,
Rico, right?
yeah, oh yeah, he's going to Puerto Rico. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that I don't know, man. What we might need to do for George is have to push for him to be in that 176 round robin that what Ray's having. Right? Like George has got to be the guy. If anyone's getting the spot, it's got to be George. Because what happens? Like we could keep setting him up one match at a time, but damn, it kind of seems a quick path to the top if my dog just beats everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And he probably will, bro. The kid he's diesel.
Yeah. 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 And he's got endurance. He's got the all around thing going for him. He's strong. He's got technique. He's got endurance. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like right now, I mean, I've never pulled him, and seeing him like with the reffing and all that other stuff, I haven't seen a weakness. There's not a lane that he can't take.
Everywhere. His wrist is really the only thing that you can even go for. I don't know how a guy lighter than him can go in a hook with him. I know that people can. I used to have a diesel hook, and I don't even dare hook with George. So we'll see. We got to get him out there. Unfortunately, I know he's going to crush it in Puerto Rico, but that's not the same as competing against, all 10 guys that are the best in the country. Like that 198 round robin solved it.
Right.
We was the man.
Right. For sure.
Right.
And we know how everyone fares against everyone almost.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
What was Artem's official placement?
I think he went 4-7 or something like that.
He went 4-7.
Something like that, man. I don't remember.
There were 7 fucking guys that could beat him.
Yeah, I don't know what it makes you out of 12, like which place,
Yeah.
but that's what I remember, like just top of my head right now.
Well,
I
it
would
makes
need
you eighth place, 7th place.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, not bad. I don't know,
Well,
dude. The round robins, as great as they are, and I love Mayhem, but dude, it's grueling.
Yeah, I didn't. That last one, I'm glad I didn't pull that one. That would have been my first round robin, but no way. I wouldn't have made it. I would not have made it that long. That was brutal. I don't know how everybody even fared up to that. It was ridiculous.
Look who's joining us. Carolyn is on the hangout. How are you? She's still figuring out her cell phone. This is an interactive video, Carolyn. She thinks it's the car mirror. It's okay. Yeah, dude, it's absolutely out of control how long some of the round robins can be. Chuck had some classes had 10, 15 guys in them.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, I went to the Mayhem not last year, but the year before. I did this little bodybuilding expo where I was like, they paid to arm wrestle like the bodybuilders arm wrestled and all this. We did that for 2 hours, and then I went straight from there to Mayhem. I got put in 230s. I guess I was too late for my class, and came straight out the gate and whacked Mike Bedwell and Jason Manning, and they win it. They went and won it, 1 and 2. I lost every single match after my first 2, and I went like 2-9, and then those were the number 1 and 2 guys. They went undefeated the rest of the day through it, and then battled it out at the end against each other. So I felt good about myself, but I knew
you caused it. Yeah, you lit the fire under them.
Bro, Dylan whooped me. Everybody lit me up. Are you on here now, Carolyn? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you now. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to jump on, just say, you guys, awesome what you're doing down there.
Tell me the truth. Whose beard would you say is better, mine or Steve's?
Um, I'd say Wiz, but Steve.
All right.
That's the only acceptable answer. Yeah.
I'm gonna mail a snake in your next merch order for that. Now, so tell us a little bit about you. Are you doing any polling competitively?
Well, I know I entered Main States Championships last March, but I hadn't pulled with anyone. I hadn't even stood at a table, so I didn't even feature. But I ordered a table from Legacy Tables in August, and I'm still waiting for it to come. But it got delayed because I'm going to have a nice flag on the top, and I think it's going to send it off, get that top done, and so it should be coming soon. I hope it's like 3 months now.
They're
I was
about to,
really
it looks like they're
excited.
about to have a crazy ladies round robin, huh?
Isn't that great?
That's amazing. We had the 6 women down here. It was 4 arm wrestlers and 2 ladies, first timers at the FAL event we did. And man, it was like watching something we never seen. Like we never see girls arm wrestle down here.
Yep.
Wow.
Never. So did they let Sarah in that? Or is it's 154, right?
Yeah, it's the 154. So probably she wouldn't be able to make that right now. Prepping for the best in the world.
Isn't it sad that it's less interesting with her in it? Like if it was a 70, if it was just open weight,
No, I mean,
it's like less interesting if you let Wonder Woman in the damn game, right?
she would be in it. She would just sweep, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. She's at such a peak in her career where it's more interesting to not have her involved. That's how dominant she would be, right? It's like Jordan playing, some pickup game against some kids almost.
Right.
Very cool.
I told Sarah as soon as she wins her match against the Egla girl, call out Barbora right away. Just grab the mic, where you at, Barbora, and throw it down and walk off. That's the power move. Call that big old 6'4", what? How 6'5", right?
6'6". I thought she was like 6'3", 6'4", but yeah, she's
growing.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
That looked like Chance Shaw with longer legs. And no disrespect, but she looked like she would give me she looked like she could beat 100%.
Probably, yeah.
By the way she pulled Gabby that day, I know a lot of dudes were thinking what I was thinking, like, no way, bro.
No way. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you aware, Carolyn, that I once competed against Sarah Bachman in live competition?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I lost.
Really?
Yes, this is at the peak of WAL, the peak of my career and strength and me as a human. I'm like 28 years old, ready to go, bro. And I get to the overalls. I take control of the heavy man down. I think I beat the 220 guy, and now I've got it.
You beat up a chalk bucket.
Yeah, and I went through Max and Brian, and all I had to do to get this damn prize, the overall prize, was beat Sarah. And I had her dead to rights, I thought, but Artem looked at me and he gassed me up. And I was going to just top roll her. And he's like, don't do that. Hook her, bro. Come on. It's a girl. And we went in a hook. And as soon as we went in there, I knew I couldn't transition out of this, that I was just waiting. And Sarah buries me in a hook that I can't come out of. And I just have to watch her pin me. As soon as she pins me, they're like taking pictures. People are screaming. I told my kid's mom, let's get the fuck out of here right away. I didn't even collect my money for the weight class. I just left. I'm out, but lost to Sarah. And the only man in Florida to lose to, oh no, we let her compete in the men's class once and she beat up on men, but I was 200 pounds and gassed up too, bro. I'm bald-headed. I'm telling you, this was the most meanest version of me, and she just buried me. Buried me.
But she's stronger than me.
And just smiled at you afterwards. That's the other thing too.
No,
Sarah, she gets mean face on the setup, and then after that, she's all giggly and bubbly again. And then
then I had to deal with her the next Tuesday, like 4 days later at Brian Matillo's practice.
Yeah.
And then she's up in there just trashing everybody. So I didn't feel bad, but yes, this is where I got fucked up, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had her hand. I knew I had it. I could feel in the grip that I would be able to get her hand. But when we hooked, I felt secure. but there was just a split second where I like focused. She like did this, like where she was like hitting, and it was like her hair was waving or something. I was just like, I like for 1 second, I like looked to the side. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, and I never arm wrestled a girl. And that moment was where she transitioned. It has me palm up, and I'm like, and I just see like by the time I quit looking at her like hair spinning like Sonic, and I look at her, I'm fucking dead, bro. It was dead. Now I transitioned too. Like I got into a press and wedged through her, but as I go to get into it, I just feel this just the slightest touch, like 2 arm hairs touch the pin pad, and Chris Rusakis' little ass is winner.
Yep.
I'm like, come on, but
Yep.
I'm 0-1 against Sarah Bachman in live competition.
I bet is that on YouTube, Brandon?
Thankfully, it has disappeared off of the internet. When I
Oh,
tell
no.
Carolyn, they shared this on Men's Health and Fitness, on Magazine, on Home and Garden. It had like 30,000 shares. It had like fucking 1 million comments on it. It was very viral. So much so that a month later I would get tagged in it. It was haunting me.
Wow.
For a long time, and then I think Artem used like some illegal music, and it just disappeared. I would love for it to resurface. If you look at Artem's video, it says Powerhouse 2014. The thumbnail is the match of me and Sarah, but there's no footage of the match, thankfully.
Wow.
But I have seen a compilation where Sarah is just like destroying a bunch of men.
Wax them.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, I'm not in it. It didn't really happen if it's not on video, right? So even if it was on video, now I would straight tell you that's a deep fake. That's some AI CGI. I couldn't make that claim in 2014, but in 2024, I could totally just say that's not me. Right?
Yeah, it never happened.
The technology caught up with the deniability.
Right.
Like now they're equal, and I have some plausible deniability, but before it was a wrap. Robert, you gave us the Irish goodbye. I respect that. The back to the 76 thing we were talking about with George. Who do you think could stop him on that list that you know of? Like the only guys I see beating him are given any close match, and I gauge myself off this. Me and George are razor close right now. So I think like Jeff Hale, Corey Miller, and Dustin, those are number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I think he beats Dustin Hyatt. I think he loses to Corey Miller. And I think he beats Jeff Hale.
Yeah, possibly.
I know that sounds crazy, but only because I think all them guys are going to hook with him.
It actually doesn't, to be honest with you. It's not as crazy as it doesn't sound as crazy as you think it does. I think you're right on that. I think, but with Jeff Hale, I also think Jeff Hale is also and I'm not saying that the other guys aren't. They're all very smart pullers. Yeah. I think Jeff Hale will find a lane to annoy George enough. You know what I mean? I think he'll go inside with him, but he'll have a way of faking inside and going outside. Like Jeff Hale's he's real tweaky that way.
Yeah, you're right. I could definitely be wrong about that. He just
I think George beats Dustin convincingly. Like I don't even think Dustin would take one. Corey, that'd be a war. Jeff,
I don't think it would be.
It'd be a war.
I think Corey would flash him. I think Corey's side pressure would keep getting him out of place.
Yeah,
Carol,
that could
you
be.
asked me if we have any footage of the DJ. Man, he was he was on one. I'm telling you, he wouldn't have passed the drug test if I pissed in the cup. This dude, but listen, when I came over here, he was on what do they take nowadays? I don't know what these kids take, but he was on 3 of them. He was just on his shit going, and to the point where it was so crazy. I asked somebody, I'm like, yo, should I step in? And they're like, nah, bro, let him eat. Let him. What they say? Let him cook.
Let him cook.
That answer was so good.
So
And
good.
I was just like, fucking A, let him go.
Let him go.
That
Yeah, it
sounds
was.
like super fun.
Yeah, it was
We're getting feedback from one of you.
feedback from one of you.
Are you
It could be
playing?
me.
Are you playing?
That's right. He was out of control, but he
Out
was
of control, but he was
he's invited to every event.
invited to every event.
This guy, he can come to all.
Guy,
of
he
them.
can come
But I
to all
should
of
have took
But I
footage.
should have took footage.
I think for Flo
I
Arm,
think for Flo Arm,
who's playing the? You got to
you gotta
play in the YouTube. We got
the
to
YouTube. We gotta
turn the volume down on
put the volume down on.
Caroline probably has
Caroline probably has.
Carolyn. I think you got to
Yeah.
turn.
I think you gotta
turn the YouTube.
turn the YouTube.
Are you watching both?
Are you watching both?
No, I just put the Bluetooth earpiece in, and I'll close everything out. I think I have the YouTube.
I think the
playing.
Bluetooth is
I think
giving.
the Bluetooth is giving.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take that off. Thanks.
Yeah, Pops says. Well, you could do it from two devices, but yeah, you're right. I lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about?
What were we talking about? The DJ?
The DJ. Oh man, so that's what I'm saying. I got a better idea for Flo Arm. I think I want to go. FAL is super dope, and I love the streams. But the one thing we were really missing from that, you could watch that stream and you had no real idea what the energy was like. When you watch those like Brad Cook videos, which is how everyone used to do it, you used to have the footage like where it would come out with the edited footage. You'd see the camera, the super matches. That edited videos for me actually embodies a lot more of what it feels like to be there. The streams are cool, but
R. Kelly, I think you played a compilation there. You know, in your downtime, a couple of times ago, he really made it the 217 feel.
yeah, Robert with his playback and stuff is probably the only one capable of even making it close to that. The key is obviously like you have both. Have one guy that's what we've always been lacking. Robert's doing this, but we also need someone like walking around filming because I swear by it, the best arm wrestling videos in the day used to be Arm TV videos where you could hear hey man, who do you think's gonna win? Luke Kent or Chuck Young? Oh man, Luke's gonna beat him. And they'd walk around and ask everybody. And then you have 2 minutes of arm wrestling at the end, but you felt like you were at the party.
Right.
That's what I want to get back into. So I expect for the Flo Arm stuff that we're gonna start adding some edited videos also.
Yeah, getting extra footage and stuff. That's really good. Walk around stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what would you rather watch? If I showed you a concert or the behind the scenes footage?
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes is what everyone wants to see.
Exactly. So, and that's the fucking concert, the whole production, and no one wants to see the production. They want to see how the production was put together. So I think we're missing out on that. But I can't tell you enough that we're going to stay with that party atmosphere. That DJ, he was playing like techno and shit I don't even like. It was such good energy though. You couldn't help but be happy. There was 30 people all partying. And it was just smiles.
Wow.
It's killing it.
Wow.
So I enjoy that. FAL is fun to a degree, but the danger of becoming the consumer product, the main, the politically correct thing, the one that caters to the masses, is you ultimately got to turn down the fun a little bit sometimes.
Right.
Like I will prioritize live music over live stream at my events every time now. That live music that we had playing, either the DJ or just the music from the audio system, when you have to turn that off to have a stream, it kind of downgrades the event a little bit. So the key is we got to find a balance, like whether you stream with no audio or like Robert does it, you have some balance. But yeah, the live music, the party atmosphere is where it's at. Let's wrap this up real quick. Y'all got anything to add in? You got a new t-shirt you want to plug or something? Some beard oil, something? Come on, I got 35 products I'll sell you right now. Ask for a link. Every time I come online, I got something to sell you. So you guys want your first arm wrestling deodorant. Go to Flo Arm Combat and hit the shop now button.
Whoa.
All right, y'all be fun. Thank you for getting on, Carolyn.
Thanks so much for having me.
Y'all are solid co-hosts. John, you ain't shit, and you're never invited back.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I love you. Y'all be easy.